Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. The prior version of this video had no audio, so maybe you could say your bartender was partaking. I wasn't. I am enjoying, however, my kitty cat shirt. That was an early birthday present. That is my cat, by the way, right there. So, if you came prior looking and you went, where did it go? There was no volume. So before I dive into today's topic, two links on the bottom of the screen, tenkars-tavern.games/PFP for Classic Pathfinder Bundle 74 PDFs for about $25. I can convert Pathfinder on the fly to OSR, so for me, it's a great deal. tenkars-tavern.games/RQ for the RuneQuest bundle is less than a day left on that one. Listen, if you have never tried RuneQuest, if you haven't looked at RuneQuest in decades, opportunity comes to be able to snag a copy for $1 of the starter set. I would say now's the time. So, what do we got here? Hasbro beats second quarter estimates, goes all in on digital gaming segment. That is the title of the article on CNBC. All in on digital gaming segment. Now, before I start reading this article, I'm going to just mention a few small little tidbits. And I know, I got my WotC fans out there. They're going to get all upset. Oh no, Tenkars, he's spitballing. He's not reporting news. No, I am giving you my professional, dare I say that, opinion of where this is heading. So, why are the physical books for the D&D 2024, D&D Forever, why are they being split up across two calendar years? September, November, and February, March of 2025? Well, I mean, one way, if I was a cynic, I would look at it and go, wow, each book is coming out in a different quarter. Wow. Do you think WotC is doing something like spreading out a release over 3 quarters to increase those quarterly earnings? Who would do that? Because, I mean, gamers want everything at once. We don't want to wait 6 months to get, maybe this makes sense for them. Now, by the way, if you're at Gen Con next week, I was corrected, by the way. It's 750 copies per day of the Player's Handbook with a special plate. I don't know what the pricing is. No clue. I do expect that by the end of the weekend, early the week after Gen Con, there will be a digital copy floating around. I'm not supporting anybody doing piracy. I just know how things work, and I suspect that's going to be what we're going to see. So now that I've talked about that, let's look at the article. What does the article say? Well, key points. Toy company Hasbro beat Wall Street expectations for the second quarter on Thursday, thanks in part to growth in its digital gaming segment. Hasbro reported a net income of $138.5 million, a significant gain from the same quarter last year when it reported a loss of $234.9 million. However, I believe that was the selling off at a great discount of the E1 TV and movie studio. So take that for what it's worth. CEO Chris Cox said during the company's earnings call that it's going all in on digital gaming. That's a key point. It's also in the title of the article. So what does that mean? Well, let's see. Toy company Hasbro beat Wall Street expectations. Shares rose 3%. Net income, although Hasbro's revenue declined 18% overall for the quarter. Its Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming segment saw 20% revenue growth. So if it's offsetting something, that 18% would have been a lot larger without the WotC revenue growth. This partially offset a drop in consumer product revenue of 20%, as well as a decline in the company's entertainment segment of 90%. Again, with the divestiture of Studio E1. Hasbro attributed a revenue increase for Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming to the launch of Magic's card game, Modern Horizons 3, and the continued impact of licensed and digital gaming, with Monopoly Go leading along with Baldur's Gate 3. CEO Chris Cox said during the company's earnings call that it continues to invest in its digital gaming portfolio, highlighting the recent appointment of John Hight as president of Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming. Between our board move and talent we brought on board most recently with John, we're going all in on becoming a digital play company. Folks, we've been talking about this since they announced the VTT, they announced the new edition. There's a pivot going on. And if you are a tabletop RPG player, that pivot is going to alienate a number of you. It's nothing personal. And again, if you're a WotC fanboy, I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you. If you're somebody that believes print is here forever, I am sorry that I'm upsetting you. But WotC doesn't see it that way. WotC sees tabletop RPGs as an albatross to some extent. It doesn't earn enough money for the investment they put into it. Why is that? Because at your table of 5 players and 1 GM, they're only guaranteed the GM is buying product. However, if they switch you to a virtual tabletop with a subscription and microtransactions and D&D Beyond and all this other crap, now they've monetized the whole group. So if they alienate a percentage of their tabletop RPG players, and now we're going to see, again, we got physical books coming out for this revamp that nobody asked for. Right? 5e is the most popular version of D&D, so why are you rewriting it? You're rewriting it because you need a new edition for the 50th anniversary, but you can't even release it all in time to hit the year of the 50th anniversary. And do you really think that an under-monetized $1 billion IP is going to rely on pen and paper books? The profit margin on digital is a lot larger than the profit margin on pen and paper. So, it's nothing about you. It's nothing about me. Listen, I do understand that where WotC goes, to a large extent, the market will follow. So do I suspect other game companies, larger ones, but nowhere near as large as WotC, are going to start emphasizing digital and trying to find a way to replicate this future revenue growth that WotC is expecting? They're going to wait and see how WotC does. But yes. D&D is under-monetized. They're going to monetize it. It has nothing to do with you or me. If you're a long-term 5e player, expect that pivot. The expectations, at the very least, that you're going to use D&D Beyond on a laptop or a tablet at the game table. But they really want you on that VTT. And think about it, folks. Theoretically, next week with the Player's Handbook, we are getting the release of D&D 2024. And we don't have a release date yet for the beta of the VTT. You can pre-order and get your Virtual Dragon miniature but you don't even have the VTT out to see it. Think about that. Just some thoughts. Listen in the comments. Tell me what RPGs you plan on playing, especially if you are a current 5e player and you, like me, like others, see where this is likely going. What other RPGs are you switching to Shadow Dark, OSE, Sword and Wizardry, Call of Cthulhu, RuneQuest, Pathfinder? Or are you going to stick with your old 5e books from 2014? I'd like to know. Folks, on that note, again, those are affiliate links on the bottom of the screen. If you shop there, you're helping this channel. Like, subscribe, live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Live stream tomorrow, Saturday, 8 p.m. And I should be on a live stream on Sunday. Inappropriate characters. Yes. All the Tenkar you can shake a stick at. All right, folks, on that note, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I'll catch you all tonight on the live. Be good. God bless.